Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Trading Secrets. This channel is for entertainment purposes only. For those of you who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law. Through this channel I'll be providing some stock analysis and a quick update on the $1 Million Challenge. So if anybody's not aware of this is a journey of an investment of $1,000 to a return of $1 million over a period of 3 years using a strategy called compound return investing. So if the objective is try to get 201 trades, each with an average return of 3.5%. It's not 201 consecutive trades, then we do take into account losses. So for further details about how to join us and also to get access to an in-depth exclusive strategy video, information is available in the description below. A post from John Brda, and this is in response to a video from Tony Twits. So let's have a look at this post here on Twitter. So this is in response to a correction video that was posted by Tony Twits. So if you remember in the previous video, John Brda did have a disagreement with regard to the calculation of the dividend. So we do have a little bit more clarity on that now. So we'll look at the details of that shortly. So let's first of all have a look at the post. And what Tony has said here is, I posted a correction video about MMTLP and Oilco shares. What John has responded at the bottom is saying, just a small point, the S1 is not filed yet. So I think Tony initially posted that it was filed, so correction there, but will be soon. So again, good positive statement there. Again, no exact specific time frame, but it is saying soon. So I'm presuming that will mean weeks, maybe even days. Once they approve it, no other requirements that I'm aware of, other than the notice to shareholders of the distribution and the cancellation of the Series A preference shares, MMTLP. Otherwise, good video and a good CYA. So basically, again, a reminder of something that has been covered in previous videos, that MMTLP shares are not common stock, they are preference shares. So once the spin out has been completed, anybody holding MMTLP will receive the shares, equivalent shares in Oilco, and the value of MMTLP will be zero. So now we know that we'll not be receiving a cash dividend, and there will also be no conversion from Oilco into the OTC, certainly in the short term. So what is basically going to happen, once the S1 form has been filed with the SEC, once approved, MMTLP is going to result in Oilco shares. So this is a company that is not yet trading or operating. It will be a private company. So a private company is a company which is difficult to trade. It's not very liquid. In terms of the shorts must cover Oilco shares to the broker dealers who will deliver it to the longs. Shorts will have no access to Oilco shares. So again, as mentioned in the previous video, we're looking at a situation here where they potentially may be trapped. So in terms of how they could potentially avoid this, they could avoid this by potentially closing their positions in MMTLP. Again, the final opportunity will be the last day of trading that MMTLP will be. So again, that is a date as of yet is unknown. So again, that's a very, very difficult and dangerous situation for them. In terms of metamaterials, they will not provide any additional shares for the shorts to deliver, and also Oilco shares will not be tradable because it will not be on a public platform. I'm now going to give a shout out on Twitter to Arvid Andren, and he has posted again a very important statement here, and this is particularly applicable to people especially in the UK holding MMTLP in brokers such as Trading 212, and I think it may also affect many people in the US as well, who may be holding MMTLP in some of the mainstream brokers. So let's have a look at his post. He says, I cannot sell MMTLP. So that is certainly true of many people because I live in Sweden and it's similar situation in the UK. If MMTLP squeeze, only a few can sell. What will happen then? Will my broker call me? Should be even harder to close their positions. So this is a situation which I think could affect people who may wish to sell if there is a squeeze but will be unable to. So I think ideally this is a situation where not everybody could benefit from a squeeze. So again, something to be aware of. So in terms of general speculation when everything is likely to happen, so George has shared a date in terms of August the 31st, and the reason why this date is quite key is because some of the holders of MMTLP in Canada, especially in the pension funds, are at risk of not receiving the dividend. So again, details of this have been explained in one of the previous videos, so please refer back to that, especially if you are a holder in Canada to see if that may affect you. Brda has just said obviously the S1 is going to be posted soon. He's also said it may take up to 15 days notice. So in terms of calculations, 15 trading days before the 31st of August could be around about the 10th of August as the maximum date. I'm now going to provide some results with regard to the previous video where I did ask many of the viewers to speculate with regard to the 8 companies and which one do you think is most likely to be the most realistic buyer or potential buyer for Oilco, as John has stated that they are looking for a buyer. Maybe behind the scenes they already have a buyer. So let's have a look at the company that was in 3rd place, but it's actually joint 3rd. So this one chosen by the viewers is Occidental, ticker symbol OXY. So we have a number of people who's quoted this. So we have Bo Kaufman, he said, I'm going with Oxy but hoping for COP, it should be. And Sean Iden has said number 7, which is obviously Oxy. And also Syntax has stated here lucky number 7. So there is another stock here that was also in joint 2nd, or we could say joint 3rd place, and that one is ticker symbol MRO, Marathon Oil Corporation. So a number of people have shared this one. So one of them is Texan American. He said here, I feel that Marathon may wind up being the one that is in control of the oil. Pyquich just said, my bet is on one of the marathons. And Paul Young, who's provided some excellent due diligence in the comments, stated here in terms of Exxon, Chevron, ConocoPhillips and Marathon, here's my ranking most likely. And he's put 1st position here, Marathon, and then 2nd position, Conco. And finally, at the bottom, we also have Roller Pigeons, who's stated here, I like this list. Chevron and Exxon have been the most aggressive with share buybacks. Marathon has been hunting at acquisition Bethel past 2 quarters. So again, priority there, and she sees ConocoPhillips gets the Oro Grande. They become the king of the Permian, and right now, from her point of view, they are number 1. So basically, what was the number 1 most preferred, or she would say most suggested company to be the buyer for Oilco? So the vast majority of people stated that ConocoPhillips is the most likely buyer for Oilco, and including myself. So on the top right hand side here, I did post earlier today, I'm choosing ConocoPhillips as which was number 4 on the list as the most likely buyer for Oilco. They have also had a recent history of acquiring land in the Permian, and Oilco will give them obviously a huge presence in the area, and so obviously they do have a history of buying in the area. So that's my most likely buyer. However, I am aware in one of the videos previously, George has stated that at that time, in the early stages, ConocoPhillips were not interested in buying Torchlight, but again, that's a long time ago. Times change, so there could be some developments. So Spencer lives here said ConocoPhillips bought Concho as well, so they do have a history of buying. We have Nika, he said pretty sure it's COP, and that's the one I hope it is. They have a great dividend program the longer you hold. And then finally, another last shout out I'll give here, top left hand side, is to Paulie Wall Street, and he said Shell sells Permian oil gas assets to ConocoPhillips for $9.5 billion, one of the world's largest any producers, sold it in the Permian Basin assets to a Texas-based operator for $9.5 billion. So again, there's a link provided there as well. And Royal Dutch Shell announced this deal on September 27th. So again, strong suggestions here for ConocoPhillips. Finally, if anybody would like to get access to our weekly watch list, we are looking at a particular stock that has got a significant potential to squeeze, starting from open of market on Tuesday. So if you would like to get access to this, details are in description below. We do have a number of other stocks that we called out as well. So you can join for little as $9 a month. Thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned.